thưa quý vị khán thính giả của chương trình PhoBolsaTV, hôm nay là ngày 16 tây tháng 6 năm 2013. Hôm nay chúng tôi đang có mặt tại thành phố Pasadena, là một thành phố nằm ở phía bắc quận Cam, cách Little Sài Gòn khoảng chừng 60 phút lái xe. Hiện nay ở đây đang diễn ra một lễ hội gọi là lễ hội vẽ phấn trên mặt đường. Nói tiếng Anh là lễ hội Pasadena Chalk Festival. Lễ hội vẽ phấn trên mặt đường diễn ra hàng năm vào khoảng tháng 6 và năm nay diễn ra vào cuối tuần ngày 15 và ngày 16 tháng 6 năm 2013 trùng với ngày lễ Cha ở Hoa Kỳ. Xin mời quý vị đi với chúng tôi để vào khám phá không khí của một lễ hội vẽ phấn trên mặt đường ở Hoa Kỳ, ở Pasadena nó như thế nào, và chúng ta sẽ tìm hiểu với ban tổ chức về lễ hội này. Xin kính mời quý vị khán giả của chương trình PhoBolsaTV. Theo các thông tin từ ban tổ chức, lễ hội vẽ phấn trên mặt đường của thành phố Pasadena đã được Ủy ban Kỷ lục Thế giới Guinness công nhận là lễ hội lớn nhất trên toàn cầu về thể loại này. Lễ hội diễn ra hàng năm vào khoảng giữa tháng 6. Năm nay là năm thứ 21, có khoảng 600 họa sĩ tham dự với khoảng 200 tác phẩm được thực hiện ngay trên mặt đường, thu hút nhiều chục ngàn người tới thưởng ngoạn. Theo ban tổ chức cho biết, hai mục đích chính của lễ hội là tạo sân chơi cho cộng đồng các họa sĩ có dịp trổ tài, giao lưu với nhau, cũng như để giới thiệu loại hình độc đáo này đến với công chúng yêu thích hội họa. Đề tài tác phẩm được các họa sĩ tự chọn rất phong phú và đa dạng, từ hình ảnh các loài thú, tranh sao chép các tác phẩm hội họa kinh điển, chân dung các nhân vật nổi tiếng, những chủ đề hài hước và cả những đề tài mang tính xã hội, tôn giáo, văn hóa hoặc chính trị. Kỹ thuật tạo hiệu quả 3 chiều từ trên nền đất phẳng cũng thường được các họa sĩ thể loại này chú ý sử dụng. Tiếp xúc với PhoBolsaTV, ông Tom Costin, trưởng ban tổ chức, đã cho biết thêm nhiều chi tiết về lễ hội.
My name is Tom Costin. I'm president of a non-profit organization called Lightbringer Project, and we are the organizers of the Pasadena Chalk Festival.
For the people who never have a chance to be here around the world, can you tell them about the festival, please?
Yes, this is a festival of artists from the greater Los Angeles area, Southern California, and even from different states in the United States who come together to create beautiful murals on the ground using pastel chalk. We have over 600 visual artists assembled here today. It was over the 2-day weekend in Pasadena, California, and we have about 200 murals or so in every style imaginable. So the public is welcome. They come here for free, and tens of thousands of people are able to walk around and view the artists while they're making their art right before their eyes.
About the participants, are they professional or amateur artists or the mix?
Yeah, well, the best part of this festival is that they're amateur artists and professional artists and everything in between. So we see a lot of up-and-coming younger artists, and then we see a lot of professional artists who actually exhibit in galleries, and some that are well-known. And then some people who are artists who've kept it kind of secret in their art studios and have decided to come participate because they think this is really fun to do it with other people.
How do the artwork be judged and getting the award?
Oh yeah, there's two ways that awards are given. The public gets to vote, and there's ballots in stores where they shop, and they can vote for their favorite artist, and that artist gets a big, huge prize for being the public's choice, the People's Choice Award they call it. We announce it in the main stage at 7 o'clock. Come by and take a picture of it. And then the artists vote for each other in different categories. They vote for their overall favorite artists in the festival. Then they'll vote for the most humorous mural, the most colorful, the best technique, the best rendering of a masterpiece, so on and so forth down the line. Most original. And so they love doing that because they're able to go around and look at each other's murals. And then we give them a prize awarded by the artists on stage tonight at 7 in a little bit.
Can you share about the prizes?
Oh yeah, we give them a lot of the retailers here in the stores offer gifts, and a lot of restaurants offer really wonderful meals in their fine restaurants. JetBlue Airways, which is one of our main sponsors here, offers round trip tickets to all of the muralists that win anywhere they fly. So they get really great stuff, you know. Museums offer membership, so we give them a whole package of gifts. So it's a really something the artists are a little bit, they like to compete for, but they're very, I think they're very supportive of each other in the process.
Regarding subject matters, usually what is the subject matter delivered here,
And is there any restriction on the content?
Yeah, there's actually no theme or anything like that. A lot of people ask, is there a theme? There's no theme, so there's no real subject matter that can't be touched. We just ask that it be in good public taste, that a family could come and enjoy it with their children, so it's not something that maybe is just for adults. But we see a little bit of everything, so there's something for everybody. Everybody's tastes are represented.
Sometime on the last several years, we saw also some kind of political subjects. Is that anything that got to be a restriction or have to be screened in advance?
No, people can do any kind of political murals that they like. We absolutely believe in supporting freedom of speech. And part of what the artists do is do something that's socially relevant. So we really like that and we encourage that as well. We're finding that people are getting more into human themes and caring about kind of personal, perhaps emotional subject matter, which is interesting, but we never tell them what to do. We just say, do what you want to do.
For the history of the festival, is there any time any artwork not passed because of the content?
There's never been an artwork that's been restricted because of the content whatsoever. So that's been a really great thing. So 21 years later, I'm going to say probably there's been several thousands and thousands of murals over that time and thousands of artists. Nobody's been turned down yet. It won't happen probably.
There's a lot of church festival around USA and also around the world. How do you rank Pasadena Festival?
Yeah, it's really the #1 largest festival in the world. We actually were given the award for the Guinness Book of World Records. They came out and judged it to be the largest chalk festival of its kind in the world. We're definitely the largest and most expansive. It's 3 football fields full of art, if you put it all together. And we think that this year we're about 10 or 15% bigger, so we've broken our own record. So it's exciting. We are the biggest. But it's all good. We don't say we're the best, but we're definitely the biggest. But art is can't really define it as best. It's just, it's all beautiful and it's in the eye of the beholder.
In summary, can you tell us about the meaning of the festival?
Yeah, we started this festival with 2 objectives in mind, and it took us several years to achieve them. The first was to build the artist community, to create a staging ground for artists to come forward and get to know each other, make friendships, build relationships, share techniques, share their artwork, encourage each other, and embark on some projects together. In some cases, they get married and have a child. That has happened. But the other objective was to introduce this unique art form to the public. So chalk painting, actually, street painting began in the 16th century in Europe when soldiers returning home from battle painted pictures of saints in front of churches to thank them for saving their lives and returning them home safely. And then they were called the Modenari, or street painters, in Italy. And then in World War II, it got very popular, artists running from town to town, painting on the boulevards, chased off by the police, people throwing chains. They made their living that way. And then what we wanted to do is showcase this art form. So many festivals have developed and emerged really around the world, especially in the United States. And we want to introduce the art form because it's so different and unique. People say, why do they spend 20 hours over the course of a weekend on the ground making a mural, sweating in the heat? And I would say I would equate it to a dance or a concert of music, something like that it remains in the memory. It's about the experience while you're there, both for the public and for the art maker. So that's how it's different.
Lastly, for our Vietnamese audience around the world who have been here and who has never been here, can you tell them something from the angle of the organizer?
We never imagined when we began this 21 years ago that it was going to grow to be this big, this capacity. Actually, when we started this event, and it was about 2 blocks down in front of Pasadena City Hall, we invited artists to come paint on the ground, and they'd never really done such a thing way back in 1993, and they were very nervous, and especially they said, will people be looking at me while I paint? Will I be being watched? Do I have to talk to people while I do my artwork? So they're almost embarrassed to go out and do that. And I think that it's been really interesting really being able to stimulate the artists to really enjoy this and see the benefits for themselves, and now they just love it. And I guess I would say from the organizer's point of view that it has a life of its own, so we just try to serve it and make it work for everybody, make everybody comfortable so they have a great experience, but it has a life of its own, and the artists really are the point of the sword. People always ask us, like, how do we get people from so many different cultures and backgrounds to this festival? And art attracts them. It's a universal language of art. We have had Vietnamese artists, and we welcome them and would love to have anybody out there who's traveling to America, to Southern California, to participate at the Pasadena Chalk Festival. Our address is www.lightbringerproject, LIGHTBRINGERPROJECT.com, lightbringerproject.com, or just all you have to type in is Pasadena Chalk Festival. You will find us. We welcome your participation. We love people from different cultures to come tell their stories in Pasadena.
Hi, my name is Dorothy Lee. I'm a retired art teacher from John Marshall High School in Los Angeles. The mural was done by my daughter and some of my former students. We have 3 other murals here from former students from Marshall. We've been doing this since 2002. After the first 2 murals, we started focusing on James Christensen, who is an artist and professor in Utah. So we've been doing his illustrations all these years. This one was one of the earlier ones we did before. It's he does all these little whimsical creatures in forest scenes, and we love the detail, the colors, the meaning behind it. So this one is called the Forest Fisherman. So he juxtaposes different locations with things that are related to nature and things like that. So we came here, we started working on this at 8:30 yesterday morning, and we finished today at about 3:30. The past few years we've won first place, second place, and I think a third place, and some other little ones. Okay, I would highly suggest it if you're interested in doing this. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of hard work, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of camaraderie, and you get to see a lot of things.
My name's Alyssa Callan, and this is my 3rd year with Pasadena Chalk Festival. I'm 19 years old, and I'm an I hope to be an art student. I'm an art major. And this piece here, I just have this, I love doing faces and portraits, and so of course it's always a female face too. And in this case I was trying to find another reason to have like some good reason behind doing a face, and I was very influenced by a type of artwork called Vanitas paintings that were done in Europe some 100 years ago. And they basically people painted like flowers, of still lifes of flowers, and vases of bugs that resembled the ephemerality of life and how everything passes and nothing stays, and even in beauty. And so this is meant to embody that. And so this woman here, she's beautiful, but it's not going to last, neither her beauty nor her life. And so I made it so that she's kind of laying down as though she is kind of a corpse. And in the same way, I included the flowers to allude to the Vanitas paintings, the still lifes of flowers, as well as the tradition of laying flowers by a dead body.
My name is William Zinn. I graduated from Cal State Long Beach. I have a Bachelor of Fine Art in Illustration, but I don't work in the art as my profession. I do something else. For this festival, this is my 5th year. I've been attending the Pasadena Chalk Festival for 5 years, and my subject, I always try to choose a Chinese theme because I'm Chinese, and Pasadena has a huge Chinese community, and I want to make sure that I share my culture, educate the people, and hopefully they can learn about the culture as well. This year I choose the Journey to the West because this is a famous Chinese classical story, and it's about the monk who travels to India to get the scripture, and along the way he met 3 creatures that he helped, and in return they kind of help him and protect him. And that's pretty much it. And yeah, and I'll continue to do this. How many more years, I don't know, but I'll always try to choose the Chinese theme. Thank you.
Hi everyone at PhoBolsaTV. Hey, I'm Jennifer Rapasa, and I've been doing art my whole life. I've been doing this since 2007, and I actually picked the picture at about 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday night. And I honestly don't know what she is, but it's just fun. There's a lot of detail, and I left a lot of it out because there just isn't enough time. But it's fine. If I had more time, I would finish the whole thing.